Okay, now this project here, Distracted, was another one we made for class. And this one was a cinematography class. And the assignment was to make it a film in one shot. So that was the limitation. We could only use one take. So I have a Steadicam on, and I'm holding this camera. We didn't balance it correctly, so you can see how shaky it is, but I think it worked out. I like the transition from black and white to color. Found this nice, cool graffiti. Got Michael Paradise here again. Did a good job. Yeah, and all these sound effects are added in later. So we follow Michael, and then we have some kids here, who I wish I could remember their names, but unfortunately I can't. I'm sure it's in the credits here. But they did a great job. They're very willing. They were willing to try things out. I didn't even really need to direct them that much. They're really talented kids, so it was very easy. So they discover this dead body here. But he's not actually dead. Yeah, and of course this is John again. I got him in pretty much all of my films when I could. He might come back to the channel someday. I wouldn't rule it out. But yeah, so that's it. It's just a short film about a body being discovered. Oh, here we got the kid's name, so there you go. Alright, moving right along. This was another film for class, and it was another oneer. I think it was the same cinematography class, except I was directing instead, and my cinematographer was doing the one-shot assignment. And this is Patrick Connor, a very good actor. I really like him a lot. He always brings a lot of charisma to his work, so I have him playing a homeless guy here. I told him not to smoke this. He smoked that cigarette every take. Even though you can't even see him, he's puffing it. I told him not to, and he did anyway. Now, this is Hunter from... I knew him in school. He wanted to try out acting. This is Christopher Robin, a good actor.
Everything.
All right.
Empty your pockets now.
Take it easy.
Jacket too.
Right.
On the ground.
I like how he's like, all
Get
right.
the jacket.
All right.
All right, now run along, little rabbit. Look at that fucker.
He doesn't even have a gun.
Pleasure doing business with ya. Fucking moron.
I'm so proud of the script. I mean, I think it's kind of funny, you know? I think it's a good,
Fucking shit.
good performance.
Hey, morning, Chuck. Catch up with you later, eh? All right. Steal something good for me. You bet.
Yeah, we did like 11 takes of that. And you saw the hail coming down. It was perfect. That was like the last take that we did.
All right.
I'm very happy with how this turned out. You know, I'm still proud of this. I almost want to... It originally had more to it. In the sense of, like, it's based on something that I was writing at the time. But maybe someday I'll get back to it. But I am a big fan of that film. So let's move right along here. Next we got Lucid. Now this one's a bit more serious. It's about a man in a coma after he overdosed purposefully. He was trying to kill himself. And I shot all this by myself, holding the camera and with my hands and stuff. Or I had a helmet mount, actually. It was a helmet that you could pop the camera into that Marcus made, and he was gracious enough to let me use it. So yeah, so there's the pills there. And now this is based on, I had several friends that I lost to suicide, unfortunately. And a recurring theme in those cases was an unrequited love element, or a bad breakup, or a relationship that didn't work out. So it was something that really emotionally affected me. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I'm already starting to get emotional, and I really shouldn't in this video. But yeah, so the idea here was to show a guy who he tried to kill himself, but he ended up getting through it, as at the end you see him his eye moving, implying that he wakes up, right? So I thought about cutting out that last shot with his eye, but I really needed to leave it in because really the point of this film was that I wanted it's a form of wish fulfillment. Not only did I want my friends not to die, but I wanted them to learn that their actions affected other people and to see the impact of that and learn the gravity of the situation that they put themselves in. And the vehicle for that was his ex-girlfriend. The relationship didn't work out, but she comes in and has a great monologue, very powerful monologue. I thought she did a great job, and yeah, she's the vehicle for it because she tells him about how his mother reacted, and she's like, you know, I won't. This isn't paraphrasing, but the subtext is like, "Hey, I broke up with you because I don't want to be with you, but that doesn't mean I want you to die, and like that your death won't affect me. Like, you know, your actions affect other people." So it was two parts. I want people to be okay. I don't want people to kill themselves, and I wanted them to learn the impact of their actions, to be able to learn and go forward in life without that I go forward in life taking that lesson and learning from it and learning the value of their life and how it affects how they affect so many more other people than they think. I mean, one of these guys who killed themselves, like, it was like hundreds of people at the funeral. It was crazy. It was like his whole school, and yeah, I shouldn't get too deep into it. But anyways, we got some great actors in this. This is Jessica Mcnulty. She's a great writer. She has a blog I'll leave a link to that where she writes about writing and the process of writing, and she talks about fantasy and sci-fi and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, definitely check it out. We've got Andrew Yackel. He went on to be in Mindhunter. He had a very cool role where he's in the back seat of a car. You don't really see his face in it, but he did an incredible performance in that show. That's in season 2. And also he has a film called Gutterbug that's, I think, on Amazon Prime. Don't quote me on that, but I'll leave a link if I can find it. But it was a very entertaining film, and he's also a great artist and draws a lot. I was very lucky to get these two actors, and I know Andrew wasn't particularly thrilled about spending a whole day just sitting in the hospital bed, but you know, he really brought the heat when it came to these dream scenes here. Of course, we have a whole, you know, internal dream world, and we got Jessica in the blood there, and that's me, actually. I forgot I was in that. Yeah, no, that's me right there. And yeah, this was a good project, so this is a lot of fun. Obviously, very dark, serious subject matter, but I still think we made something entertaining. And the actors killed it, absolutely. I mean, just very talented actors. Again, I was very lucky to get these people in here. So yeah, with very little directing for me. I really didn't know how to direct at this point. I was still learning, obviously, and these guys just blew me away. So yeah, I'm very thankful for that. Now, we got Bad Therapist, which it's got similar subject matter to the previous one, but it's in a humorous way, because I think humor is the best way to deal with difficult subjects at certain times. So basically, his therapist is giving him terrible advice, and he almost tells him how to properly kill himself. Now, believe it or not, this is filmed at night. We filmed this at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. We just have a couple 2K lights, that's 2,000 watt lights, just blasting these curtains here. But if we separated the curtains, you would just see black outside it, because this is at night. We filmed this at my house. We used to have these bookcases. We dismantled them now because we were in the process of moving out and stuff and downsizing everything we have. So unfortunately, all of these bookcases are now gone. But, you know, we had fun with this project, and I think it's a funny script. Now, the audio didn't turn out very good.
Exaggerated a little.
But, you know, it's fun. Now, a lot of people think I'm writing about myself in this. I am not. Okay, this is just a funny little idea I had. So that's it. Alright, and that's all of the films, I think. Ooh, no, wait, one more, of course. I almost forgot. This is Will Be the Heroes. We mentioned earlier when we were talking about Reflection Trapped Behind Glass. So this was the original pitch I had for that class project that I really wanted to make based off a short story that I wrote. And I was very passionate about it. But it just kind of sat in limbo for 4 years until my senior year of film school. And we had our thesis project, essentially. And I wanted to shoot this. I did this with my collaborator, Jeremy St. Hilaire, who's a great cinematographer. He's doing a lot of great work out in LA now. He's working with a lot of famous rappers and musicians you guys would know. If I can find a cool link, maybe I'll post it down below. But yeah, definitely follow him. He's a great collaborator. We worked really well together. I hope we can work together again in the future. But yeah, this was a very good project. It went a lot smoother than I thought it would. We finished every day early, and we allotted a lot more time than we ended up needing. The script was much longer. We ended up trimming it down a lot. And yeah, I'm just proud of how this turned out. Now, the title is fully ironic. It's supposed to be the message of the film is revenge is stupid and makes things worse always. And I genuinely believe that. So that's the message of the film. And it's really just about the morality of what they did. Now, the guy who played the therapist in the previous film, he played the former gangster in this film, and they want to get revenge on him because the gang murdered, or at least they suspect that the gang murdered a relative of theirs, and they want to get revenge, so they decide they're going to break into the house and steal stuff. Yeah, they decide they want to get some form of revenge, but they don't want to go full-blown murder, so they decide they're going to rob him. This is Eric Rigby here. See, he's got a nice beard here. But he's a lawyer. Actually, I don't know if he's still a lawyer, but he was at the time, and we discussed how they are actually committing legal murder here. In that somebody, I won't spoil it, because I like this film. I released it recently. You should go check it out. But somebody might lose their life here, but if somebody loses their life in the process of committing a crime, the other people involved in the crime are considered liable to it. So thanks to this guy, I know that. So yeah, Eric Rigby, great actor. He does these films called Cobblestone with Dashing Agent, another YouTuber. He's a great YouTuber. You should follow him as well. And it's a separate channel. I think that I'll link a Cobblestone episode. It's a good times. This is a great project, and I think it turned out well. Now, I didn't post it for so long because we made this in 2018. I didn't post it until recently because I was trying to get it in festivals. I must have spent like $500, maybe even more, to get it in festivals. It didn't happen. That's okay. I'm not mad, I still think it's a good film, and yeah, you guys should check it out. Okay, that's all the films we have for today. I wanted to add, because I thought of this, I wanted to go back and add. So this title, Reflection Trapped Behind Glass, it's similar to the title Black Mirror, in that this is supposed to represent, why is it that we like to watch people get captured and get murdered? Why is that? It's a meta commentary on why this genre is popular. That's why it's called what it is, and if you can kind of get that subtext from some of the voiceovers. So yeah, just to give you guys a little insight. What's up, guys? I recorded this whole video and forgot my most popular film, Hostage. It's got the highest view count of any video on my channel, and I somehow forgot it because for some reason it's not showing up if you look in my videos tab, which I need to get to the bottom of. Maybe it has something to do with the title, but anybody who knows more about YouTube, let me know. But here's Hostage, one of my favorite films that we did. Now, here's the funny thing about this film. So we did this for directing class, and the three of us, we had 3 directors. It was me and Will Busby and Balin Oldby, and the 3 of us each had to make our own scene, and we only had 3 hours to shoot that scene. So I had the bright idea, hey, why don't we just make one 9-minute film with 3 scenes, and each of us direct a scene, and we'll just cut it all together as one big thing. So that was our idea, and I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. Now, the funny thing was, I directed this last scene here, and we're just on a studio stage, a sound stage. So we had these are just wood boards, flats. They're called flats. So we had 3 hours to set up the flats, and this whole interrogation scene here, we had a light hanging down from above, and we had 3 hours to set that up, shoot the scene, and then move on. So, and at the same time, Ballant and I were both in the same studio. So while we're filming this scene, Ballant is filming this scene over here with Andrew Yackel again. Yeah, he did a very cool job. It was a very artsy scene. I'm really proud of how it turned out. But yeah, of course, the thing here is just the moral dilemma that this undercover cop had to deal with. Like, does he shoot the guy to maintain his cover? But that's of course committing a crime, or does he blow the whole operation and not kill the guy? And of course, we know, if you've watched the film, you know which he picks. And yeah, so I wrote this script within like 10 minutes. It was seriously like a 10-minute writing session. I just pounded it out, and then we had 3 hours, and Ballant and I were shooting these scenes simultaneously. We had to take turns for the audio with shooting. So it was a really big rush, and then we had to return the equipment and then check out the equipment again to shoot the first scene here. So this first scene was in somebody's apartment a few blocks away. So we had 3 hours to shoot scene 2 and 3 at the same time. We had to take turns shooting. Then we returned the equipment, and then we took out the equipment again, took it down a few blocks. We had 3 hours to take the equipment to the apartment, unload everything, set up the lights and all of that, and then direct the scene and shoot the scene. Will Busby did this scene. He did a great job. And then we had to bring all the equipment back within 3 hours. So we shot this film in 6 hours, which, if you work on a film, you know 6 hours goes by like that. It's seriously like nothing. And the fact that we got this whole thing done in one day, and then I edited it that night, like, this was done and dusted within 2 days. I mean, I wrote the script like a few days before, and seriously a 10-minute time span. So this is my most quickly produced and most stressful film ever. I'll have to figure out what it is, why it's not showing up on my channel. But yeah, this is one of my favorite projects I did. We got Christopher Robin again. Of course, you saw Andrew Yackel. We got Cindy Fernandez-Nixon here. She's a great actor as well. She was also in Lucid. She was the nurse in Lucid. So yeah, she did a great job in this as well. I was just very blessed to work with so many talented actors, especially because in film school, we weren't necessarily paying our people. So we got very lucky I got very lucky with the people I worked with, I will say. We got Lou Consolo here. And we have somebody else. Of course, since we had to shoot these films, these 2 scenes at the same time, we had him wear a mask. Like, that's why I had the whole mask at the beginning. I wrote the script specifically for the scenario we were shooting it in. So I had him wear a mask so that we could have a different actor play him. I think we had to make sure that their eye color was similar enough that people wouldn't notice that it was somebody else. So yeah, limitations artistically, man, they work in your favor. Make it work for you. Don't cry about, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough blah, blah, blah. Just do it, man. Write for your scenario, and it might turn out better than you might expect. So if you have one takeaway from this video, let that be it. So all of these films will be linked in the comment section below. Be sure to check them out. I also have a playlist on the channel dedicated to just the short films that we did. This was a long one, very long one, so I'll probably cut this up into 2 parts, but thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.